tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. I had a little bit of time on my hands. Keep meowing at me, dude. Do you want to be pet or not? Come here. Come here. You know who I was looking for? Come here. I swear the cats they're so stupid. Hey, you know not to be on there, sucker. Sucker. All right. Delayed gratification. Why are we even talking about delayed gratification? Because alcoholics live on instant gratification. That's what alcohol is. It is an instant gratification. In the big book, in the doctor's opinion, it says that alcoholics drink for the ease and comfort, and until they can find something that gives them that ease and comfort, then they will continue doing what it is that they're doing. Right? So delayed gratification isn't necessarily the opposite of instant gratification. Right? What else is instant gratification? Convenience would be instant gratification. Getting what you want right now. I'm 54. Right? Girl I'm married to now was also my girlfriend when I was 18. Right? And I was in a halfway house for homeless alcoholics. And the way we had to communicate was by letters. So we'd have to write, send it through the snail mail. Okay. And it would take, 3 to 5 days for them to receive it. All right. Nowadays, imagine having to do that. No, we need to talk to people right now. And so I was just checking to see if chat's working and stuff. I don't know yet. I don't know if it is or not. Or I have somebody here that doesn't know how to use the comment section yet. Progress, right? All right. So if we go to the big book, page 28, I'm not reading very long. And by page 28, I mean Roman numerals. Men and women drink essentially because they like the effect produced by alcohol. The sensation is so elusive that while they admit it is injurious, what does that mean? It means, oh, hey, Neil. Good to see you. So the sensation is so elusive that while they admit it is injurious, they cannot, after a time, differentiate the true from the false. Okay? So we know that it's hurting us. Okay? But we continue to do that. We call that suicide on the installment plan. That's what that is. Okay? Now, why after a time can we not differentiate the true from the false? There's a couple of factors there. Number one is the denial. 2, we don't want to. 3, lack of sleep. Lack of sleep is a big one in that. All right? See? You ever see shadow people and stuff? I used to see things every now and again. All right? So, to them, their alcoholic life seems the only normal one. Okay? That is being terminally unique. We alcoholics tend to think, because we're isolated, so we don't know. And since it's faux pas to talk about your actual alcoholism, since there's so much stigma in the world around it, that we would just rather deny it and die from it than admit it and be embarrassed in front of the people that we love. So we think we're terminally unique. All right. When we get in here, we find out that we're not. So, but here's the part. They are restless, irritable, and discontented unless they can again Experience the sense and ease and comfort which comes at once by taking a few drinks. Which they see others taking with impunity. Well, but Dion, if I do delayed gratification, I'm not going to have that ease and comfort. Now, that's not what we're saying. You can find ease and comfort. It's going to have to be in your higher power. Remember how lonely you were? Now, like I'm often alone, but I'm not lonely anymore. I don't feel separated from everybody. I don't, I have God in my life. I have fellowship. If I do get lonely, I can pick up the phone or I can come here. I can do a lot of different things. There's meetings on Zoom 24 hours a day, man. All right. Drinks which they see others taking with impunity. That means that non-drinkers or non-alcoholics don't have the same consequences as we do. All right. We do it often. We go to the I'm gonna try and drink normally, 2 to 3 drinks. Okay. Non-alcoholics drink one or less. One or less. Doesn't sound appealing now, does it? That's not even to quench your thirst. All right, let's kind of get through this so we can. So that's what we're trying to get to, that ease and comfort. And this is where delayed gratification comes in. And the best way to work on delayed gratification is by being accountable. That's the number one way. Okay. Don't we live a day at a time? Aren't we supposed to try and live in the moment? Well, if we are to find happiness and peace, it can only happen right now. It can't happen any other time. You can only be happy now. All right. So let's do a little digging into this. Learning to delay gratification is crucial for developing self-control, making better decisions, and achieving long-term success. You've probably heard in the program that 80% of the program is just keeping your darn mouth shut, right? That is delayed gratification. Good job. So you're already kind of doing it. You're already working on it, right? When we're reactive, we are not using the art of delayed gratification. And what is gratification? It is something to appease you. Is that really a good thing? It can be if it's in the sense that it's going to help other people. It allows the individual to resist immediate temptation in favor of more valuable rewards later. Okay. And what are we doing here? Well, we're delaying because the rewards of sobriety and recovery are certainly much better than the consequences of drinking the way that we do, right? It also helps resist the immediate temptation. Those last 70 seconds when it comes to alcohol. If you can keep yourself busy and off of that for 70 seconds, you're going to be okay. Unless the obsession is still there. If the obsession to drink alcohol, none of this matters. Okay? The ability is linked to very positive outcomes, including academic, physical, and social competence. Now, of course, I'm going to relate this to the 12 steps and what we do. So self-regulation. Oh, but I don't have any self-regulation when it comes to alcohol. But everything else in this world, yeah, you do. And you'll have a hard time convincing me otherwise. I'm now diagnosed with, what is he playing with? Okay. Really? Oh, there you go. Have fun. It was a pen. I'm going to let him play with it. Okay. Delayed gratification, key component to self-regulation, which is the ability to adapt. The ability to adapt oneself to meet the demands of the environment. See, I no longer need to be in the spotlight. I no longer need to be the center of attention. Right? And I'll be one of the first to admit, I love being the center of attention when I know what I'm talking about. When I don't, then no, not really. I want to be the center of attention. Okay? But we don't need to be. We understand that we don't need to be super promoters or be especially distinguished among our fellows to be a part of something. We don't have to act certain ways just to be accepted anymore. Impulse control. Oh, that's got nothing to do with alcoholism, huh? By learning to weigh the pros and cons of different options, individuals can make more informed decisions and achieve their goals. Getting an informed decision, right? Now, why would we say informed decision then? Okay, because feelings are not fact. They're not solution oriented. Right? I wish they were, because then I'd be right about everything. But it's not. It's not. I don't even like saying it. There's a part of me that still doesn't agree with it. But it helps me make an informed decision. See, that's kind of what I feel like I do. What I try and do here is I try and give you the information you need. You get to make your own decision. Go find out more about it too. And I could be wrong about some things for you. And because you're different. Academic and career success. We're going to skip that because we're not talking about that here. Physical health. Delayed gratification can contribute to better physical health by helping individuals resist unhealthy temptations like excessive snacking or avoiding exercise. Well, I snack excessively and I don't exercise. So, they're kind of talking to me there and I don't appreciate it. I'm kidding. I'm only kidding about the last part. The first part's true. I do snack and don't exercise enough. All right. But since I don't have alcohol in me, that in and of itself is going to help me with my physical health. I do drink more water. I'm certainly better than I was, right? Try and make progress, one thing at a time here. Mental health. It can also lead to improved mental health by reducing anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. Those first 6 months are almost imperative. There's a lot that happens in the first 6 months. Most of the change is going to happen then. Okay. But right here, what does it say? It improves by reducing anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues. So when we decide to choose delayed gratification would be not drinking, what happens is we start to get better mentally. A lot of other mental illnesses look like alcoholism, and you cannot be diagnosed with another mental health disorder until you are 6 months sober because of this right here. Because not drinking is going to take away a lot of it. And if you're on meds for it, well, you're going to have a fun time getting off of them. Or you may not actually be who you are. See, AA clears the way for good therapy. I call the 12 steps a good start. If you're like, 12 steps, I've been going to therapy. Like I said, I have 5 mental illnesses. Each one comes with its own maintenance. So I don't hear no whining about the 12 steps. Those are a good start. All right. Competence and relationships. Social skills. Delayed gratification can improve social skills by making individuals more patient, empathetic, and better able to communicate effectively. Well, certainly when we're not drinking, we're not slurring on. What? You heard me. Right? Nothing like drunken gibberish. Right? Even somebody a voice. What else? So patience, empathetic, better able to communicate. In AA, we call this patience, tolerance, kindliness, and love. You won't be as impatient on the road. You'll be a little bit more empathetic. Maybe that guy that cut you off, maybe his wife just broke up with him. Maybe he's running to the hospital because his little girl just broke her arm, and he wants to get there for her. See, there might be extenuating circumstances. We got to give leeway for that. Holding space for other people, doing the right thing, whether anybody's watching or not. See, when we do delayed gratification, what it does is it brings us back to the moment. And alcoholics have to live in the moment. When we don't, it goes crazy. I was just talking to a sponsee about this yesterday. She's going a little newer in the program, a lot of things going on. You all know how it goes. We all have them in different areas or whatever, right? And we talked about a little bit about delayed gratification. And I try and describe it a couple of different ways. This is the one that usually gets people. If we have 1 foot in yesterday and 1 foot in tomorrow, we're pissing all over today. And today is what matters. Right now is all that matters. Can you do something about it right now? No? Then delay it. Be in the moment. Do you want to worry about your problems, or do you want to play Legos with your kids? Those are choices. And now you get those choices. When you were drinking, you didn't have those choices. So, all right, relationship building, and this is a big one, isn't it? We have to fit ourselves into a brotherhood, a sisterhood, a fellowship. Okay? And being in the moment helps us do that. Here's the big difference. If I got together with 4 friends and a six-pack, I am not in that conversation. I am too busy thinking about who is getting the second beer. Beyond that, I'm wondering who's going to the liquor store, because that's not enough. Now, if I got together with a friend with 4 friends and a six-pack, which would probably never happen. I don't have any friends that drink, but let's just say I do. How is it different? Number one, I'll be involved in the conversation. Number two, there'll be an extra beer because I don't drink. That's the difference between the two. Oh, all you kiddies want love today, huh? All right. It can also facilitate the development of stronger, more fulfilling relationships by allowing individuals to prioritize the needs of others. Don't use your nails, dude. All right. All right. So those are the benefits. Why would it be important to learn how to delay gratification? It allows us to develop a greater appreciation for the perspective of others. Right? When it doesn't feel like when somebody's actually listening to you. Does that make sense? I'm sure you've talked to some people there, and they're not listening to you, right? So it teaches us that good things come to those who are willing to invest the time and energy into their pursuits. All right. I think that's probably going to be it for this one. Like I said, I had a little bit of time, and I gotta go set up for a meeting here for the grassroots meeting. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Neil, thank you. It was good to see you. I hope everybody has a great day and a wonderful weekend. I love you. You know I do. Peace out and have a day.